Yeah, on the animal space, V-I-C-E, cause no vice is strong enough to go against.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy, Novice. We're getting more comfortable with that, maybe. Working on more smooth, fluid, and natural-sounding introductions. But I can't remember if I did a video journal entry of some sort yesterday or not. I know the last few days, I think I did. I was struggling yesterday. The last few days have been really tough for me. Largely stress related, and that largely comes from work and not feeling that I have necessarily the support or anybody to talk to, wanting some sort of an escape. So I've been looking into some of the homework assignments that I've been given by Greta, my therapist. Shout out Greta. And wouldn't you know it, some of the habits that are recommended in this homework and this reading material are largely a lot of the things that I've been trying to start doing anyway. Now, I started this particular series of just video journal entries, which is just a vlog. We'll call it what it is. Because sitting down and trying to compose my thoughts on paper historically has been pretty difficult for me. I might sit down and do it one or two times, but pulling out a camera and just getting the word vomit out, that tends to be a lot easier for me. And I like being creative and I like being fun, and that's a big part of what is going to be helpful. People turn to addiction as a form of escape from uncomfortable emotions, stress, anger, anxiety. And as humans, we don't like to be in those situations. So we look to find escape and to find release. And addictions are addictive because in some way, shape, or form, they feel good. They give your brain some sort of a hit that is more enjoyable than being in that stressful or uncomfortable or painful situation. Consequences be damned. And that's why it's such a hard hole to dig yourself out of. Because when you take that away, then you're only left with those tough, difficult, stressful situations. And you're also face to face with the consequences that you put yourself in because of feeding into addiction. So the best way to combat that is not only by having a great support system, which I'm working on, but also to replace those habits with better habits, essentially doing something that's going to be intrinsically motivating. If you replace turning to indulging in that addiction with something that is intrinsically motivating, something that you actually enjoy doing, then you're going to not feel the urge to relapse as much. The temptation is still going to be there. You're going to have times where you really want those urges, though. Supposedly, and I haven't put a lot of time analyzing this, if it's true for myself or not, but supposedly those urges, those feelings, that desire to relapse, usually only lasts for about an hour or so. So by diverting your attention to something else, something that you really enjoy doing, or something that's truly going to keep you completely distracted and not focused on thinking about that at all, for that hour or so, that urge is usually going to go away. And I've had this basic type of thought or way of processing this for a while. I just hadn't been in an environment where I felt that I was allowed to do that. And now I would do it anyway, often watching YouTube as opposed to watching porn, if you have to pick one or the other. But the problem with that had been that in the circumstance or the situation that I was in, it wasn't always appropriate, or I wasn't always supported in the other diversions that I was leaning towards, like watching YouTube, playing video games, being creative, writing music, designing merchandise, planning for what I hope is this channel. At this point in time, I've filmed quite a few of these. I have yet to create or upload anything, and that's mostly because I'm still at a situation with my phone where I can talk, I can text, I can get online on the internet, I can watch YouTube, I can record videos, but I can't get into anything. My Apple ID is still not set up, so that's a pain. Can't upload or really start organizing anything, but I don't want that to be the reason that I'm not actually creating or building the foundation for what this is ultimately going to be. So, yes, I should be working right now. I know that if I just try to keep my head down and work in a uncomfortable or stressful environment, that I'm only going to want to turn towards my addiction more. I'm learning that and I'm accepting that. So instead, I would rather be doing something that I want to be doing, something that is more fun and interesting and intrinsically motivating. I can't go work out right now, but I work from home. I can put on a YouTube video and divert my attention a little bit rather than jumping headfirst into fuck work and I'm just gonna watch porn. So, which is better? And obviously, I know which is better. It becomes easy to rationalize it the other way where, okay, I'm feeling stressed. I feel relapse coming on. If I indulge in that for a couple of minutes and then I get it over with and I get it out of my system, then I can go back into work, which is what I responsibly should be doing. I can jump right back into it and I will at least tell myself that I feel less stressed. I don't spend a ton of time indulging in my addiction. I get back to what I'm supposed to be doing, and in some ways, I can convince myself that I feel somewhat better. And that's what makes this really dangerous. Because when you can justify indulging in your addictions, then it starts to become easy to not see it as a problem. And this particular addiction is one that I know that many people will try to say is not a problem. And again, we can go back and forth on that point all day. That's not the purpose of what I'm here to talk about or what this channel is built off of. The purpose of this is to help other people out there, as well as myself, people like me who do struggle with addiction of any sort, of any vice that's going to keep you disconnected from living your best life and being the best version of yourself that you can be, because no vice is strong enough to hold you back, and you need to know that. No vice is strong enough to keep you from being a loving individual who is also loved and valued and appreciated and seen for the individual that you are. No vice is strong enough to take that away from you. So whatever it is that you're going through, whatever that vice is or looks like, however far gone you feel that you might be, you need to know that you are loved, that you are valuable, that you can do this, all right? Because at the end of the day, remember, you must die. Memento mori. Time stops for no man. So remember to live, remember to love, and remember truth, all right? That's all I got for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Turn on your notifications so you get notified every time that I upload, however frequently that might be. Come on this crazy journey with me. Your support is so greatly appreciated. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I look forward to hearing from each and every single one of you and helping each other through this crazy journey called life. That's it. We'll see ya in the next one. Peace.